It's going to be a good game, chat. This is going to be one of the most anticipated games probably today, or maybe France against USA.
Is that what you think too?
Downtown and Sanctuary, where things like the far
You think
and the
Japan?
end
I think
find a
Japan's
lot of
gonna win.
value.
They looked
But it
really
looks
strong
like
yesterday.
They want to field both Yubi
Nico
and
is
Ports,
disgusting.
and we know
Yeah.
from first-hand experience
I
how
watched Japan
devastating
yesterday.
Yubi's
I
may
watched
can be
that
and
game.
Ports' hit scan. Japan is going to have a real tough task ahead of them, trying to shut KSA.
Sparty, appreciate the massive
Yeah,
good, my dude.
Nico was phenomenal yesterday. Not to confuse him with Nico on France. So, you know, it's pretty interesting that they played both Nicos yesterday. Nico will come through.
Oh,
with that wow.
That's not looking good for
KSA will
for
shut him
Japan
down.
already. Oh,
Massive push from Saudi Arabia. Just allowing
Saudi
KSA
Arabia
to
came
go
out
through
swinging,
Cage.
bro.
Obviously,
KSA.
A Sigma
KSA.
main himself just showing off as the King of Saudi Arabia claimed the objective first.
Yeah, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have the Lucio. Paku
It's not the
does
J3.
have that
There's no
speed
such
boost
thing as a
advantage
J3
for the
curse,
second
chat.
that
Shut
Team
up.
Japan had actually
That was only the
invested in
first fight.
battlefield.
Japan
Saudi
still got
Arabia
this.
Go so much aggressively forward
I don't know,
and
why are they
really
playing the
put into
break?
motion Yubi doing so much damage with the Indefinite Blaster and the buff of 100. Now we're going to see a
I don't
type
know
from
if
the
break does a
Echo
whole
come
lot.
through. Cookie has been able to infiltrate into the backline, but there it is again.
They're
Yubi's
just
firing
they're just gonna run at them with
absolutely
the May
and
Lucio.
obviously
I don't
The Saudi
know.
Arabian team is
if
coming
you can
back
beat that.
for that peel. Yubi goes aggressive with the rest of his team, but I mean Japan shut out. Yuki had that flank like you said, Moxie, but it was snuffed out.
And Kingdom of Saudi Arabia are literally just going to do the same thing again and again and again. They have Chokehold, they have the Lucio, they can speed boost Yubi in 90% of the way to a Blizzard. Team Japan are yet to come up to a single ultimate. Granted, when they come into something like Amplification Matrix, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia are going to be kited into trying to disengage it, but with the Lucio, that's going to be so much more easier in comparison to Team Japan.
Artillery strike from Quartz. Japan runs and hides from it for now, but they could potentially lose.
Bro, I'm
somebody.
actually really surprised I didn't get a kill.
At the very least.
Yeah.
That looked
That's
really
the
good.
cooldown out. KSA building that Gravitic Flux. Wants to get it before Immortality cooldown is available and could very well do so. But they're just going to back up for now, actually. They know the rotate's coming out from Japan potentially, but Japan fakes it out. They come back through.
Oh,
with the
big
engine.
mail.
Wow.
Big.
Mortality field to save them, and
It's
everybody in
so
Japan
strong
is going
on
to head
this
right
map.
back to the spawn door.
That was a
Hoist the
big
rally
setup,
in
too,
this
from
fight.
them. Ooh.
Yeah, they use
Nico
both sport
just
ults. Oh,
killed
it's
in basically
Jover.
last fight now for Japan.
Oh, it's
Yubi is just
Jover,
an
man.
absolute standout. He reads that Team Japan are faking out so that they can come back in with the Amplification Matrix and catch on to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia if they're going to try and punch hold that other choke. He blizzards and then walls the Amplification Matrix, so anyone from Team Japan who'd managed to disengage the blizzard doesn't get to use the Amplification Matrix. Now we're in final fight territory. Team Japan have to try and use this Bastion Artillery Strike to be able to clear the space, but if the Bastion's in ultimate form, he's not pressuring
He's
Kingdom of
such a
Saudi
good player.
Arabia on catwalk with the high ground
Yeah.
hold.
Oh,
Sir.
no killer.
Oh,
Actually,
and a
they appreciate it.
G9,
Ooh, nobody
Chad, a
gets the point.
G9.
Oh, geez, Saudi Arabia.
G9.
100-0 over Japan on
100 to
Japan.
0, dude.
It's so
They're-
unfortunate. Like I said, when the Bastion
that
is in
that
the
map
ult,
is very
you don't get to
comp
move.
specific.
So as a result, the
That
Bastion's not
comp
going to be
definitely
able to
rolls.
put
It could-
out
it's
that
all-
insane amount of
Japan could still
pressure
come back.
that's keeping Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in check. The second that Yubi hears that ult line, he knows that he has an absolute free field to be able to farm. As we head into Sanctuary, however, the map does open up significantly more, so the May is going to lose a lot of that value.
Please stop
being
voting
able
for
to
my
isolate
teams.
some of
It's
those
really, you're
chunks.
making this
But
really
it
hard.
looks like
Bro,
Team
I'm just
Japan
rooting for the
are
teams that I
going
think
to
is gonna
take
win.
the act. They've
Chat, it's
decided
been only
that they're
one
going to
fucking
try
map,
and
bro.
with a slight
They can still
caveat
come back.
Cloud coming out on that Ilari to try to out-damage Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's backline.
See what works out for them. Obviously, Saudi Arabia looking really good thus far, at least on Mecha Base. Could be different in this map in particular. They actually go all the way around. Understand they have that speed advantage. We'll see if they want to take advantage of it. Japan, meanwhile, have Cloud on the flank. We've seen this out of pretty much every Ilari player so far. Always taking that off angle, dropping their pylon where it could heal everybody, constantly making sure backline is harassed. Quartz goes down early to Kukli, but also KSA is able to find
Kyuki is popping.
Again, also the May
Two
player
headshots
Japan
on May.
to find two
Oh
surges.
my.
Oh,
Down.
3
Also,
kills.
Yubi will find
Oh,
his
May
counterpart.
gap.
KSA comes through, tries to find him with the rock, but is
Oh, 4.
Wow.
Can you get the 5th? Can you get the 5th?
Kyuki's
Fifth.
team.
Come on.
Japan,
Oh.
amazing first fight for them. They're gonna get that point first.
Wow.
KSG, by the way, is coming back on the Doomfist. This is something that we saw
was the May last
yesterday
round?
against Team France. Team
Guess
Japan
they
have
didn't
used the
run it.
Doomfist to
Pretty sure they have, like,
absolutely
different comps and
disrupt
whatnot.
Of course,
these
of
Sigma
course.
compositions, which require so much
Oh,
order
they
and
send the
coordination.
Sojourn and
Everyone
the Alari
playing
on the
behind
flank.
the
That's
Sigma,
that's
so that
strong.
you're safe behind the shield, behind that grass, and you have accretion to be able to stop any potential dives coming through. And Team Japan now have this disruption to make sure the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia don't get to set the main place.
And what a fast blizzard there from
Oh
Japan
my.
too. Able to get
That didn't
caught
freeze anyone
with the
besides
damage
one person?
of it and the follow-up.
No.
Although it does cost Yuki his life.
They got Quartz. Quartz is a really
Saudi
good
Arabia
player.
regrouping on the inside angle, just looking to sustain, maybe force Japan to make a mistake here. KSG understanding that he's a bit caught out, will back up for now. Now Saudi trying to move towards that point. Building towards their own ultimate, will drop a blizzard. Will it hit anybody? Cloud probably stuck in it, but he goes into the sky with a captive sun. Yubi shoots him out the air, but
Oh
it's
my.
after Cloud already
And they didn't
shot
flip
his
the
shot.
point. That's actually
No.
really
Yubi
good.
did trade back to Cloud, but the rest of Japan are still here on the objective,
Nice
and the Saudis
heals.
are wiped yet again as Japan crosses the 50% margin.
It did cost both support ultimates, but like you said, Team Japan were able to retain
Yeah, but I think KSA
control
wins
of
the next
this point,
map.
and yet
next
again
round.
they're going to try
Next
and
fight, whatever.
disrupt
4 ults
Kingdom of
against
Saudi
Japan's
Arabia's
2.
approach. Nico just looking to try to charge up that ult fire on the railgun, on that Sojourn, as well as build up into that overclock.
If this ends
to be
100
able
to
match
0,
with
that's gonna be
reports
crazy.
that Aku has the sound barrier. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia
KSA
can
wins
literally just
100
get as
0 first
aggressive
map.
as they
Japan
want.
wins 100 0
Dude,
second
KSA
map.
was
Third
solo
map.
on the point. Overclock over the backside. Beat drop just in the nick of time from Haku. And eventually Nico melts down through Yubi, but he's traded back from Quartz. Sojourn still up for the likes of Saudi Arabia. KSG goes solo on the backside, able to get his ultimate off just before he dies. Also waiting to land on the back piece. Able to get all of damage on the backside.
KSG
Japan
has
looking
a
awesome in
great
this fight until
Doomfist.
Quartz comes back with the overclock. That's 2 for him. Can he find any more? May out of Ice Block does have 1 shot left. It's only a body shot into the regenerative burst as well. Japan still have that
There's
point.
still-
Overtime
there's still a
ticking
point.
down.
That's
He's a
crazy.
Sigma on the
Dogman
point.
knows
His
all
name
the
is
abilities, the
KSA.
regenerative
It's gonna be hard to take
regenerative
him out
burst or
without
whatever.
their own
I
tank
would not
player
remember that.
on
Yeah, we
Japan's
know that.
side.
I just say, oh my god, Bab used his shift.
Saudi Arabians capture
Remember
back.
the trivia?
Yeah, it was just
You
too many
did not
off
do
angles
well.
for Team Japan to be able to try
I
and
just-
hold
I
on
just
to, but
mu-
the
it's
fact
muscle
that
memory at
they're
this point.
able
I
to
pick a
force
character, I
Quartz
use
into
shift
going in the
E.
overclock is
That's true, that's
absolutely
true.
huge because Team Japan are in final fight territory. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have absolutely no ultimates to last them through this next fight. If they get caught out by the blizzard that Kuki is trying to set up on the flank around Drum, this round is done and we go to downtown.
You get that interesting swap to Soldier. He the pans out without the May. It is a more open map, I suppose. And
That's a
Mandra's
kill
committed by
there.
Mid.
Oh,
KSG
that's
goes
really
down
bad.
through it, in fact, Captive Sun. Now by Q-Lock
Oh.
trying to equalize it. They're able to get Quartz with some nice mate.
Oh, support, by the way. That is a support, by the way, chat. That is not a healer. That is a support.
Back, and with this final kill on the Surmajed, they
Do
bring
you
us
not
to
have
round
some
number
TV?
3.
No,
Or-
no,
or-
no, this
Yeah, the
computer.
soldier
Just download it.
pick wasn't really voluntary. Unfortunately,
Wow.
like you're not
Okay.
doing it to try and counter something
not my
specifically.
computer.
You pick the soldier because he has the
I'm not trying to
passive
get in
where
trouble.
you know you
You're not
can.
gonna get in
That was a
trouble.
that was a good
and
one though.
regroup
Third
faster.
map.
That is the reason why we saw
Was it fast to
Yubi
download?
off of the May onto the soldier. It was purely
Yeah.
for Kingdom of
I-
Saudi
I
Arabia
just
to
did
be
it on
able
my
to regroup
laptop.
as quickly as possible
Listen, not
because they
everyone's
knew
rich.
they didn't have ultimates. They knew that Team
look
Japan
up, like,
had a lead in terms
extension
of that
or
point
for
percentage as
whatever
well. They
browser
needed
you're
to be able
on,
to
so
regroup
Chrome.
and pick
you
apart
just do
the
this?
player from
I
Team
thought so.
Japan
I
on
don't-
the
I
approach
just-
so they can not just keep
Oh, I think
themselves
download's on
ahead
the
in
left.
terms of that point percentage, but
This one.
also
On the left, see?
buy
On the
themselves
left.
the time to be
To
able
the
to
left,
build
on
up
the
those ultimates.
far
That
left.
did not happen. Now,
Oh,
yet
wait.
again,
I
we
don't know.
are going to see Yubi
Browser
on that May
extension.
Quartz on the Bastion. KSG decides
Do
to go
stable-
out
stable
on
release,
Sigma.
sorry,
Cookie,
stable
however,
release.
hanging back,
Yeah.
wanting to get a read on the composition they're running into, opts for
And
the
then just
Echo to
think
try
of
and
that.
dive into the backline, but there's nothing really to buy himself the distraction to be able to find that attention, especially since your Sigma's walled off, and that's Lampite already.
But Nico gets Quartz. Mux, you talked about it with me. Or they just use their Sigma as a bait there. KSG. They eventually have Nico on the flank, just getting all of those kills because so much
There we go.
the eyes of Saudi Arabia just looking away from him. Surmajed does find QT, but can they find anything more? Yubi on the inside is
Yes.
eventually be tracked
See?
down by
It's
Nico,
so
who
good
has been
now.
phenomenal. Quartz in the main side does kill him, but Japan already have that point.
Yeah, this, like you said, is exactly the thing that Team Japan did against Team France yesterday on Samoa at Downtown. Funnily enough, we're also on Downtown down of Busan, and they're using the exact same strategy. They leave their Sigma out. They know that he's going to be safe with the Immortality Field, even if he gets walled away, and it provides both the Echo and the Bastion control of the high ground to jump on to a player of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia unnoticed. Now, however, the gig is up.
Yeah.
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia know to expect the bait. They don't fall for it. They wait for Team Japan's DPS players to try to pressure, and that's when they pounce.
Every Bastion player is just cracked now. They come back, capture that point 33%, and now Saudi Arabians are the ones that have to hold.
Team Japan coming in pretty close to some of those ultimates. Quartz also going to have that artillery strike, but it's the blizzard that Kingdom of Saudi Arabia are going to be so happy to have because it monopolizes so much of that space.
Wall off the main side where KSG was coming through, gets bashed. Well, as he falls low towards the stun, I guess with the rock that hit him. Meanwhile, Immortality Field used from Japan, so that cooldown no longer available. Artillery strike after that runs out, is trying to find some kills, but only finds a little bit of damage. Japan walks in with the Ant Matrix. Chuki melts KSA with the help of the rest of his team. No longer does Saudi Arabia have a tank here. Surmajet able to find one. The rally on the point. UB did drop that Blizzard. However, it doesn't look like they're finding enough kills. The sustain is far too much for Japan here as well.
This is actually a really great third match. It's not 100 to 0, 100 to 0. It's kind of even.
To rally as well towards the tail end of that fight, and now they're not going to have any support ultimates. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, they've got the Flux to drop the health bars low enough, but they have the Sound Barrier to be able to capitalize on that momentum and push forward aggressively. That all goes out the window, however, if you don't have control of the high ground. Kuki's able to find
spam calls by some guy trying to buy houses.
With this Flux waiting
I don't know. I blocked them all.
Until KSG pops his own, but they're not going to need to be dropped because KSG just went down. After Saudi Arabia just walked in, no more tank for Japan now. I mean, they're just going to slowly whittle away towards the point. Just look to stagger, maybe find a kill.
My feet.
Cheeky kill on the outside, looking for Quartz. Maybe no, he goes down. So does Nico, and the rest of Japan. Back to the spawn they go at 74%.
This is so close.
Haku knew that he did not need to beat because Mint had used the rally in the last fight. There is no way for Team Japan's health bars to rise, and as a result, he gets to hold on to it to be able to counter the Flux coming through from KSG in the entrance of this next fight. Mint's even going to go onto the Mercy now to try and pocket Kuki on the Echo so that they can find a pick without just ignoring any of the ultimate deficit between the two teams.
Chat, I don't have a curse, bro. This is still, it's still first map and it's still even.
Rabbinic Flux by KSG. B dropped the counter from Haku. They also have an Ant Matrix to support them. Do they have the damage to find anybody? Japan actually get us hide around this. This is amazing team play for them to avoid both support ultimates. Quartz also still has that artillery strike available, but Japan will have the ultimate advantage in just a second. 88% on the board. Boop off the top from Haku. Artillery strike now comes back through. Quartz maybe thought they were stuck back on the high ground. Is going to slowly work those strikes into the back of a Japan. Copy comes through from QB.
I have no idea what's happening.
Nobody lives on the inside angle.
It looks like KSA is going to take the first map.
He had 5 HP, I think.
So Nico's able to trade one, but
they're not going to be able to touch that.
Nah.
Dang, that was a good first map, though.
Saudi Arabia will take map
The curse is real.
Until we get to see the run it back of KSA on the Roadhog. The last time we got to see this guy on the Roadhog, we were literally moving into Overwatch 2 off of the back of Overwatch 1. And at the very beginning of Junker Queen on release, there it is, there we go. I was gonna say, he ran the Roadhog to be able to counter the Junker Queen, given the fact that she has no way of being able to block that hook. Unfortunately, Sigma does have a shield that he's able to put out in front of him, so KSA will mirror Plankton on that matchup.
Saudi Arabian team moving towards that payload. Labda over the top on Baptiste. Actually, I think I have seen him on Baptiste before. He's a pretty good Baptiste in his own right. A lot of these DPS players are, like you mentioned, Moxie. Saudi Arabian team actually moving forward underneath the bridge, given some space here. Meanwhile, UB sticking towards that Symmetra of all picks under the gas station already, just constantly spamming those right clicks, which were, I believe, just recently buffed.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. How do you guys feel about that sim buff? The sim buff going to 100 damage for right click? I hate it. I think it's dumb. I think it needs to be nerfed.
Saudi Arabian team get wiped by Japan for the high ground angles.
What an insane hold so far.
Against the Sigma, punishing again, just like Diva. The fact that that shift does not.
I wonder if they're gonna keep the sim though. I don't like the sim on this map.
As a result, There's just so much pressure on KSA's shoulders from the Echo, especially given the fact that UB, like you said, sticking on that Symmetra, trying to just cross out the mega health pack for Team Japan to try and take advantage of if they do get pressured by some of this poke coming through from Quartz.
Teleporter onto the inside. Oh, aggressive flank from Surmajet. Nade, no! It's a bit too thick.
That nade, dude. He almost has nano though.
Nano boost also still being built. KSA does have control of that objective. Japan realizing the situation there, want to go forward. Nico finds Lapta again early. 2 times in a row now. The DPS player turned support has been picked. Now,
oh, the prediction sleep.
Preempt the sleep dart from Mihawk, thinking somebody's going to take that teleport. Quartz though does trade back Nico, who found his teammate earlier. The cart's still being pushed, by the way. Mihawk drops the anti grenade.
He has to use that nano, dude. He's going to have to use that nano.
Mihawk has the nano boost.
There you go.
Huge kill to find Surmajet, able to find Mihawk, but it's after he got the nano boost. Captive Sun by Surmajet. Does it find the value on the low ground? Doesn't look like
2
it just
Sigmas, dude.
Q
2
out,
Sigmas from Japan.
KSA catches Q-Loud in the sky as well, but eventually in the sky, Q-Loud finds Quartz.
Oh, does he get his? Does he get? Oh, that's a big copy flux.
Japan catches.
Oh,
the side of Saudi Arabia.
Yuki, bro, that was disgusting. I don't think they should be playing Sim, bro. The Sim I don't think is a great pick. Besides the wall, but he almost has wall. But it took him almost what 2.5 minutes to get that wall. He's gonna use the wall once, and then probably if they don't win the team fight, he's gonna have to switch, and then there's gonna be like 30-45 seconds left. That's actually really bad.
Online. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia coming in with an overclock. We'll have the Symmetra wall to be able to block out some of this poke from both the Echo and the Sojourn on the other side, and they drop it immediately on the engagement.
There's that wall. Plankton waiting to use that primitive clutch.
Oh, he has to hit those right clicks, bro. You have to hit those right clicks.
Stun can come through. Quartz able to find Mihawk though. Yubi goes solo, does have the double pocket on the backside as well. With a minute left remaining, Yubi goes for the mega health pack.
You guys hear anything?
Realizing it's gone, but Quartz over the top has been able to do so much. Yuki's able to find one, but I mean, you can't do much there when Quartz is hitting the shots he is. Saudi Arabia will capture point A and look for stagger kills on Japan.
Oh, yep, that's gonna be a stagger onto your Alari. That's really unfortunate. Team Japan now going to be lacking that ultimate that they wanted to be able to force Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to playing a little bit more defensively. As you can see, they know that the Alari is not in position. They're immediately going to teleport onto the high ground. So now Quartz gets to be the one that fires first every single time these engagements occur.
Right, I mean, just setting up Quartz, making sure he is in position to succeed. Plankton walks out. Takes a little of that pressure. Nico goes forward. Nice captive Sun from Q-Loud just to shut down Quartz. Also, Surmajet gets hit. Has the immortality code, so even if that blows up, he surely will stay alive. KSA's by Mihawk too, so Saudi Arabia actually dealing with the ultimates of Japan relatively well. Oh my god, overclock by Nico. Can he even find the kill on the low ground? He is. Eventually, Lapta will go down. Overclock is too much to deal for that Baptiste player, but Nico going aggressive into UB's beam. Are they able to trade it back though? Yuki able to get one also onto KSA though. Quartz with the overclock of his own over the top. Going back in now. And you see Japan, at least for Japan's side, they need to really get a hold here. Look at Yuki.
Just,
yeah, he's hiding. He's hiding. He's stopping the card actually, so they should know he's there. Now he has to back up because he's checked by the likes of Saudi Arabia. Quartz over the high ground as well, just checking on the inside. Plankton has to come back all the way from spawn still, allowing Saudi Arabia to kind of get this more momentum. Nades committed onto Surmajet. Can't get the kill on him either. Has the heals over the top though, so he's not punished. Perfect positioning from the likes of Yuki. Also very close to an ultimate. Nano boost available for Japan. Goes for it on the Echo. Plankton goes so low and he falls, but Yuki will trade back. Surmajet also an amazing sleep dart from Mihawk. Yuki's there with the follow-up in the Nano boost. Quartz still able to get one. Does he have enough team help here? He's got Lapta on the Baptiste pocket, but there's too many shields in his face at the moment. Lapta actually pops the ultimate. Yuki gets taken out of the copy, and Quartz gets the shot, and KSA is putting this cart into the objective. Now they have 2 minutes and 45 seconds in the last phase, and the stagger kills on top of it.
There's that star power that we know and love from EMEA contenders. Quartz on absolute fire at the moment with the Sojourn. Lapta coming in absolutely clutch as well with the amplification matrix as KSA is able to pick up that point and take us to point C. Yubi again has that symmetrical wall to make this engagement a little bit safer from all of the poke contests coming through from Team Japan as Cloud. Unfortunately, not going to be able to save Kuki from the Sojourn.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about before, Quartz Nice shot from him. Now the cart's still pushing forward, entering last fight territory for like Saudi Arabia. Overclock also available, and the shield as Captive Sun's got to be huge for Q Loud if Japan wants a chance. They drop the shield first, though. Saudi Arabia into the Overclock. Captive Sun to the sky. Actually looks for the Sojourn. Quartz gets hit. Looks like comes on the outside as well. Still healthy. It takes down Kyuki in the sky. That was the carry of Japan. Plankton. Gravitic flux from him. It's the damage through. Nico's able to take out Yubi, but Surmajet's found Cloud, and Saudi Arabia still have that person advantage in this fight as well. Nanabu's still available from Japan. They're healthy on the outside, taking it slow, but they lose Nico. Oh no, that's a horrific pick for Japan. Nanabu's still available. They use it on Kyuki. Goes into the sky. Needs to find a kill. Quartz is able to get one on the Plankton. Immortality field here. An anti-hits, but the peel is far too much. Surmajet with his own Captive Suns find Q-Loud. Quartz finds Mihawk. Nigo comes in to do nothing at this point. And Saudi Arabia capture out with 1 minute and 11 seconds.
Yeah, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia just forcing Team Japan into trying to contest with that nano boosted echo.
Jack, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
Unfortunately, it's only
All we had to do
respawning
is just do
members
that.
who are going to be able
You guys hear me?
to actually make it onto the payload and try and stop it from picking up that
Welcome
finish
back,
line,
chat.
and that just does not happen. And the potential flanks coming through from Clyde on the Alari and Nico on the Sojourn, they need the teleport to be able to get themselves safely and quickly around the map.
Pan setting Plankton up towards the upper cave side. Oh my god, Nico gets chunked as soon as peeking the corner.
I missed so much. I'm so sorry. I missed so much of this. Okay, so Team KSA capped with 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Okay, cool. Now it's Japan fighting for attack.
Surmajet and Quartz on the left flank. Just against Q-Loud, Kyuki comes through to try to help his support player, but a lot of that health pool is lost. Nico, though, comes through from the main side. Surmajet gets poked down, but showing that professional support prowess is almost able to keep Quartz alive, but Kyuki eventually
Kyuki is popping off.
On to Surmajet as well, so nice 2K from Kyuki. Now it's just stagger cleanup here. I mean, they've already gotten the cart push. Kyuki finds 3.
Oh, Chad, did they stay on Symmetra for the whole game? I wasn't paying attention.
He does. That's 4.
Is the Symmetra working? They have 80% in like 1 minute and 20, so it's actually really good.
As well, that's huge because both
they stayed on Sim the whole time. Really?
Poke each other to find those first picks.
Okay.
Whoever loses the fight, especially the attacking team, is going to be so much out of time in comparison, and because they're able to find those picks and the staggers off of the back of it, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have to give up point A, and they're still getting staggers.
Oh, nice shots by Cloud, dude, to trigger the Captive Sun. That's crazy.
Yeah, solo ulted Surmajet there. Labda is able to take down Kyuki, but it's after the point was captured. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left here. Team Saudi Arabia got some ultimates for this one, Mox.
They've got high ground as well. We saw how important having that high ground can be for the Sojourn to be able to control the tempo of the defending team's engagements. Because Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have been able to claim it, they are trying now to keep Nico in check.
Oh, TP!
Oh, that
Kyuki after he went for that kill. Grenades connect onto Yubi, so
they traded.
1 for 1. Kyuki on the outside as well. Does have the copy, so if he does go low, can immediately do it. Card has not been stopped yet. Now goes for the copy. And Zalori hit by the Captive Sun as well, but does have a lot of healing on the inside. In fact, Surmajet goes low, but oh my god.
Surmajet, by the way, chat, that is a healer, by the way. That is classified as a healer. Just want to let you guys know. It's crazy.
That kill, Labda as well onto Nico, and yeah, this is going to be a wipe now for the likes of Japan. Saudi Arabia have a good hold here.
Why is everyone typing support? Yes, I know you, chat. You guys are watching me and supporting me. Thank you. Yes, I appreciate it, but that thing right there was a healer.
So he doesn't get staggered out from the rest of his team. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, with this high ground control, they've also got the Symmetra turrets set up as well. If Team Japan try and dive onto that high ground to take it away from Quartz, this is going to be really tough for Team Japan to break without using an ultimate. They don't have the nano boost. They do have the Captive Sun. They've also got Plankton with the signal flux. Quartz is looking for that off angle.
Yeah.
Are you live on Twitch? I'm on both YouTube and Twitch.
An absolute thorn in the side of Team Japan because there's so much time that they're spending having to make sure he doesn't pick someone off an approach.
Japan going for the flux above the building. Connects onto everybody, but they have double lamp here. Or they have a lamp and a pylon, rather. KSA able to find Nico too. Surmajet over the top, able to get two
KSA is
with
actually
the
having a really
overclock
good
from
defense right
Quartz.
here.
A lot of, or at least the overclock committed in the Symmetra wall with their Gravitic Lux for Team Saudi Arabia, giving them this fight win and a nice 4K for Surmajet.
Really smart stuff coming through from Yubi, using that Symmetra wall to keep everyone safe when the Sigma Flux comes through. It also means as well that Surmajet's pylon is not immediately chunked down by Kuki on the Echo, who's been trying to send as many stickies as possible to take that pylon onto cooldown as much as he possibly can. Because look, Quartz gets to play super aggressively because the pylon is out of line of sight. If he takes any dent in his health bar, the pylon immediately heals him back up. And he gets so
Come
much
on,
more
Nico.
space to
Nico's been
go
dying
into
first for the
Nico.
past
Oh
few
my god,
times.
he just ran onto Nico on the inside there too. Labda does get his lamp off to avoid the follow-through damage of the captive Sun, negating Japan's engage.
Okay, let's
since they're
see
down
what Sir can
Plankton.
do here.
At the moment, this could be rough. Mihawk does find Labda at the very least. But there's far too much healing here. Far too many people for Team Saudi Arabia. Kuki's able to get one, gets the copy too, so he's going a little bit crazy at the moment. Does get taken out of the copy by Quartz and killed, so Kuki is able to find Quartz finally.
You know what's really crazy?
Shut him
That
down, but
they're
that card
putting
is
their
so far
Alari
back
and
here.
their
Team Saudi Arabia still have a solid defensive hold here.
like their Alari and their
So
Echo are
having
probably
to
like
find that
together a
high
lot,
ground
and that's a
from Kingdom
lot
Saudi
of healing
Arabia's
and damage
control
right
either.
there.
They do have the nano boost to give onto Kuki so that the Echo can try and jump
I'm
onto
still Team
someone,
Japan all the
but
way.
Plankton's
I believe
going
in them.
incredibly low. Kuki has to be able to pull this flank off, and he's not able to bait out Immortality Field.
Oh my god, with the overclock, Nico's able to find one. Surmajet with the Captain of the Sun does get
Come on,
Mihawk,
man.
and also UB finds QK. Heart is being pushed, but a minute left so far. Quartz gets the high ground too, has that pocket. Plankton goes low, needs that support, so that's going to leave Nico exposed towards the Mega Health Pack. I mean, he's going to have to run with some cooldowns in a second. He does so, but look who's coming up with the Gravitic Flux. It's KSA, and Labda finds Kuki for free. Now they just run to the inside. 47 seconds left. Gravitic Flux available, and they're up a member. Saudi Arabia looking to go on the inside. Make a health pack. Cloud actually finds Labda. So that's one. Nico also gets a connection onto Labda, or onto
Wait, did he
Surmajet.
hit anyone with that?
Into the sky with Captain Sun. Cloud goes, but Quartz
Simwall
finds him
is really
in the
strong,
sky, even
man.
without using his overclock, but he's the last one here for Team Saudi
Simwall
Arabia.
is really
as
strong,
he tries
dude.
to live on the outside. Eventually, QQ will find him. Do they recontest here, Moxie, with ults?
If they try and go through these alleys, they play into Plankton with the hyperspheres. He's going to be able to
KSA
use
should
that
be able to
build
contest. They have the
into that
ults to
Gravitic
do
Flux
this.
to stop them
Japan
from
doesn't
trying
have
to stab
anything
them. But
besides
teleport.
maybe Flux if he gets it.
Can fake out this position and jump onto the backline.
Yeah, they
They're
actually
even,
use it to
4-4.
connect onto Nico. So Nico goes down, but Kuki does find one. Overclock over the top. From Quartz.
Oh,
Here we
what
go.
a shot.
Kuki dead.
Yep,
Plankton
that's
dead.
nuts.
On to the rest of Team Japan.
Damn, bro.
They're out of here. I mean,
KSA
it's just
showed
left.
up
And
today.
unfortunately, no anime powers today.
I knew KSA was going to win
Saudi
today.
Arabia,
I voted for
2-0
KSA.
victory over Japan.